Hi, I'm Dave Vickers and welcome to this Photoshop tutorial. What I want to look at today is using the Spot Healing Brush tool within Photoshop. So I thought what I'd do is do a few episodes on skin retouching to give your images that magazine cover kind of look. So I've opened up this image of the girl posing against the blue background, and because we're using the Spot Healing Brush, like if we were using the clone tool, I want to use a copy layer to work on so we've got a safe layer behind. So first thing I'll do is hold Control and J, and that gives us a copy layer above the background layer that we can start to work on. Next thing I want to do is to zoom in on the image so we can see what we're doing. So Z on the keyboard brings up the zoom tool, and I'll just draw an area around her face like that and pull it up. And you can see at the bottom here it's pulled it up to 77%. If we just click one more time within the image, it jumps up and we're up at 100%. So now we're looking at 100% pixels. Before I start this, the one thing I want to say is this girl's skin in the photo is perfect. There's nothing wrong with this. This is perfectly normal skin. I'm not doing any work on this because there's an issue. I'm just showing you how they would do it if they were using it for a magazine cover. So let's come up here to the toolbar, and just above the brush tool here we've got the Spot Healing tool. It looks like a sticking plaster, and if you do the drop down menu there's a few options. There's Spot Healing Brush tool, Healing Brush tool, Patch tool, Content Aware Move tool, and Red Eye tool. The one we want to use first off is the Spot Healing Brush tool at the top. It's the one with a little dotted line. We'll bring the cursor in, and you can see we've got a brush tool icon here, and like the brush tool and the clone tool, if you want to increase your brush size, use the right hand square bracket, that'll increase it. If you want to decrease it, use the left hand square bracket. So now we've got that up. The Spot Healing Brush tool works a lot like the clone tool. It copies pixel areas to cover over the parts you want to conceal. But unlike the clone tool, you don't have to sample the area first. It'll just work out pixels close to the area you're working on and remove them. So let's get started. What we're looking for is any little spots or colour differences within the skin that we want to remove. So we'll start here, and we just paint over that. A little black area appears, and you can see straight away that's taken that out. It's sampled the area. If I turn that layer off, there's it back again. And basically what you want to do is just continue around and just take out any little areas that you want. You can do as much or as little of this as you like. I tend to try and leave the skin looking quite natural. I'll leave things like moles and freckles within there because that's part of the character of the person. But any little sort of lumps and bumps within the skin, uneven areas, just use the Spot Healing tool just to take those out. And again, you can decrease the size of the brush if you're working in close-up areas. There's a little area on the lip there we'll take out. And just go around your image. You can take a lot more time than this. I'm just doing it as a demonstration to show you how it works. So I'll take out all the little spot areas first. Take the obvious ones. And you can zoom in closer to see if there's any more defects that you want to remove. But like I said, I'm just doing this as a demonstration to show you how the Spot Healing Brush tool works. And again, so you've got areas like this as well where there's a little bit of shine. If you increase the brush size and just come over that a little bit. This often works best if you just take out part at a time. You can see there, just turn it on and off. Already, in a couple of minutes, we're making a huge difference to the texture of the skin. Taking the shine out, taking any spots out, any little defects. Okay. Right, as you can see there already, if I turn the adjustment layer off over the top, there's the before, there's the after. It's really quickly cleaned up the skin and just given a slightly more perfected look to the image. Okay, the next thing I want to look at, we'll keep the background layer there. So I'm going to turn that off for a second, and I'm going to copy this layer again. So we'll go Control and J. So now we've got another copy over the top. What I want to do this time is we'll come to where the Spot Healing Brush tool is, do the drop down menu, and we're going to pick the Patch tool this time. The Patch tool works in a similar way, but what it allows you to do is select an area and then sample from another part of the skin. So just this technique I'm going to use it here where our eyes are slightly dark underneath. This works for people who have bags under their eyes, like me. So we'll just select that area there where it's slightly darker. And now if you go into it, you'll notice a little arrow. That means that we can just drag that area down a bit and pick an area to sample from. So there it is. Picked an area there and sampled it over the top and tried to blend it in. You have an option here up the top here to adjust the blending. It's normally set on medium. But you can try the different options to see which option blends the best. To be honest, it doesn't look like it's making that much difference, so I'm going to go back to where it was at medium and leave it at that. Now we'll come across and we'll do a little bit on the other eye as well. So just take the bag area out there. We'll just drag that down into a similar looking area of skin. Press Ctrl D to get rid of the selection there. Now you can see there, that doesn't look very natural. That looks like work has been done. But if we lower the opacity on this layer that we've done, you'll start to see that some of the lower area will blend back in. If we leave it about there, if I turn that on and off, that's the before, that's the after. That's the before, that's the after. So you can see it's already made quite a difference. Let's turn that down. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to make another layer over the top again to start making adjustments again. I'm going to go back just to the spot healing brush that we started with before, just to tidy up this area here. Okay, so for now I'm going to leave it. We'll just show one other option with this. Sometimes I notice on this image, up the top here on the background, we've got a little mark here, which is probably from dust on the sensor of the camera when it was taken. There's another one in the top area there. The spot healing brush is brilliant for getting rid of these. So just paint over those. You can see immediately they've disappeared. Let's come back to look at the girl with the skin again. I'll merge these layers down. So that's the image before we started. I'll add the adjustment back in again over the top, the work we've done. And you can see the skin's a lot smoother. There's a lot less difference in tone and shade, and a lot of the texture of the spots and that have been taken out. So for now, I'm going to leave that image like that. I'm going to come back in the next episode. We'll look at how you soften the skin to give that creamy, smooth look that a lot of the magazines use. For now, let's put this image back as it was. Fantastic. I'm Dave Vickers. I hope that works. Thanks for watching. See you next time.